Alright, we're live on the air. Alright, we're live. Right, cool. Let's get the Twitch up. Do. Oh, I've got to update it. Lovely. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-dum. Alright, let's update that quickly. Got my check my 7 notifications on Twitter. Okay, well. Alright, we have people in the chat. Welcome. I currently can't see what you're saying. I'm sorry, everyone. But, yeah, that is currently an ongoing issue because I've just updated my app. So we go. Cool. Thing is, what I hate with Twitch is it's not going to give the ping for like a million years. So, you know. It's really, really annoying. Run away. Yeah, so, anyways. We're just waiting for the go. So, yeah. Let's, yeah, 5 people in the chat now. Welcome in your numbers. I hope you guys have had a great Saturday. For me, it's been quite stressful. Had the work shift. You know how it is. It's just a bit of a long day, isn't it? For everyone really involved. I'm sorry that I don't really have a co-commentator. I'm not sure if Tass is going to be available either today, so we're going to have to go off the pure stream highlights, like the usual, and like the old good days, you know? So yeah, we're just checking that we're definitely on the air. Please let me know if there's any mic issues or anything during this race. So, yeah. We will, yeah, we'll see. Right. Do. I need people to vibe in the chat. I just really want to get some people in chat. I want the ping to go off. That's what I want. I want that blooming ping to go off. Please. Formula V content. Ping. Please, man. Right. There are people in chat. It's been 4 minutes, so hoping it goes off anytime soon. Do. We're already waiting. I think we're having a mare with the comms, probably. I genuinely don't know what's happening. Huh? Oh, right, I'm just waiting for this ping to go out because I want more people to join. Please. Annie. I'm just waiting for. Yeah, ready up. Apparently, we're readying up. So we are going. Go, 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 go. And I'll have to introduce the stream with no ping. Annoying. Do 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 do. The music is actually kind of good. I can't even lie for this year. Better than last year because last year was just the F1 tune. Who we're waiting for? Rayhan. Rayhan has readied up. So, yeah, here we go. Just as soon as that ping goes out. As soon as that ping goes out, that's when you know, that's when holiness comes to the chats. So we're just gonna have to wait. It's only quality though, so. So yeah, we'll just we'll roll with it. We're just waiting on Jacobo. L driver, come on. Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. Please. No. No ping. That's annoying. Anyways, dry session for the qualifying at the minute, with a lot of hyper talents at the minute. You know, on this grid, 17 drivers all going to battle out for pole. I believe one of them though will be starting at the back, and it is our Division 1 champion. I believe he's confirmed champion anyways. Troy, he is, I believe, the season 5 confirmed Formula V champion of the world. Sorry, bearing in mind we have a Wild Gleaming who is out first, followed closely behind by Carlos Hines. Obviously, both these drivers are looking to renew their contracts and stay in Division 1 for next season. My headphones are very loud at the minute. So yeah, there we go. Cool. So now everything is sorted and ready to go. Welcome to all of you who do not know who I am. I am Matty Siski, otherwise just known as Siski. I usually do commentary over here on Saturday nights for Formula V Division 1. It's a joy to do it every week. Evan has retired in the session. I believe he has a quali ban. So yeah, we have just a lot of these drivers are currently waiting to set their laps. At the minute, it's going to be looking like it's Carlos. However, there is a glitch in the pit lane, I think. So that's not great for a lot of these drivers. So yeah, I think there's a lot of pit lane. That's a bit annoying. But anyways, Troy's retired from the session, so he's also starting from the back. Carlos Hines is the first person to start a lap here. So we're going to go on a lap here around the Red Bull Ring with Carlos Hines dropping down here into fourth gear, 95 miles an hour. We're going now throt, pedal to the metal, as some would say. This has got some of the biggest elevation change of the year. Spa is not far in front as we go now towards turn 3. This is not turn 2, this is turn 3. That short little left kink that Sarcher has just gone through in sector 1 is actually turn 3. But yeah, People are saying restart, apparently. So, we'll have to call it. Well, someone will have to call it, at least. I'll have a look. If stream needs any footage, David Laguna. I think Victor has a good view. Oh yeah, Jacobo can't move either. So, Jacobo literally went out to investigate. So, yeah. Well, oh, Carlos Hines has spun round completely. Maybe if someone goes into the pits, it might help it out, maybe? We'll see. Rayhan's left the session. Oh, someone's actually put something in chat. Oh, hi Callum. Hello, hello. How are we? It seems that no one's in the grid. Oh, they're all coming out now. Everyone's now out the garage. So, time so far, Josh Tomo with a 104.9, Sachi with a 105.9, and Jetpack with a 106.5 are the current timings available. Obviously, a lot of these drivers are now in a massive train going through the back straights. Yeah, all it took was for Rayhan to leave, and you know, he sorted it. So, anyways. Yeah, Oliveira, a man I have not seen in literally years. I've not, like, I think, no, he was there in Spa, but, you know, he's a little, like, ancient fossil. You just don't see much of him anymore. When you see him, it's real greatness. That's what it is, in a nutshell. Starting their lap then, David Laguna. We haven't really seen much of him. Obviously, you know. Hang on. So yeah, David Laguna is going to start his lap going through third gear and fourth gear, taking it slower than his teammates, as well as a Red Bull behind, I believe. No, it's not. That's a Victor. We'll go on board with Victor and David. 16.3 for David. I wasn't sure on the timings for Victor. But we will see as Carlos and I believe that's a Haas of Pink Eye, who are both very, very close together. I love that Haas car for some reason. It's just really nice. Victor invalidates. David is still going. We'll see what time he can set, however, in that Mercedes. Literally on the limit there. You saw how close he was to crossing that white line with all four wheels. As we're looking back here, no cars in close proximity, so he has no real pressure. Almost invalidates there again, going through into turn number 9 and turn number 10. Power on the throttle as quickly as possible, not really using any of the track. It's a 106.5, goes ahead of Jetpack by 0.03 of a second. So yeah, next person to cross the line. It's a lot of Alpines. The Monster in P2, I believe verified, goes P6 for the 113. Sorry, that was Jacko, I think, invalidated. It's Fraser Fishy who goes provisional pole with a 104.8. The Division 2 champion is looking to cement himself in the Division 1 seats. Rumours are going around the paddock that McLaren are looking to promote him up to Division 1. But what does that mean for their drivers next season? Who knows? But Fraser Fishy is a man on fire at the minute. Obviously, that Division 2 champion, and you know he's looking to secure a pole position here in Division 1 Formula V. We know how good he is in a qualifying lap. 13 of you guys decide to join the stream. I assume by this that probably a lot of you have probably the ping's just gone out. I'm hoping it has, anyways. Ping's gone out. That's what we like to see. But yeah, hang on. Yeah, so Pink Eye is on his lap. We'll see what time he can set here. It's a 45.2 in the middle sector. That could put him maybe in the regions with Fraser and Josh. Are you able to stay for the whole race? I'm able to stay for the whole race. Don't mind negotiating. Don't worry. So don't you worry. We're all good to stay for the entire race. Don't you worry about me. As Pink Eye is going to come across the line. So 105.1 goes P5. So obviously Alpine's 3 and 4 verify. I didn't even notice what a 104.9. Damn. That's big, you know, actually. Oliveira is coming across the line along with, I believe that's Gleaming, as well. Asa has finally joined the lobby, you know, taking his little time. So let me just see if they're going to join. If he's asked, nope, he's left the session. So I think that might be difficulty. So Oliveira goes P7. Aiden, I think, went P6, unless that was me being stupid. I think he crossed the line anyways. He started a party with me, but I'm not sure. Hang on, I'll have to quickly talk to him. See what's happening. Hang on. Let me just check that everything's working. We have now joined the party. Sorry for any sort of mishaps that may have taken.
It's weird as hosting. That's all I'm saying.
Hang on. 104.5 for Carlos Hines goes provisional poll. I'm not sure if Ace hasn't joined yet, and if it continues to not work, I will be going solo for this race. Victor is coming across the line, but it was a very slow time. Jetpack was 2/10 up in the first sector. Unfortunately, however, cannot execute. 106.3 for Rayhan. He comes across the line. Sarcher is now going to start his lap. 3/10 behind. Ace has joined the lobby again, so hopefully they can get in as soon as possible and join me. Maybe, don't know. But two Division 2 guys are actually taking the front row, so they're really showing these Division 1 guys who is what, as that's the Monster. Not a surprise, he spun around at turn 1. Got to be mindful of his teammate that's just coming out the pits, but yeah, really not surprised that the Monster has spun.
That's a bit mean.
Well, you said something about it in Spa, so, you know, I wouldn't really exactly talk about digging at the Monster. Yeah, not a surprise. Yeah, you're damn right, it's not a surprise. Anyways, Victor is going to come across the line. He has not set a time yet, so this is his first little banker lap to see where he can be put. It's P2, a 104.7. Victor goes onto the front row. Hang on, Ace, is your Wi-Fi going to hold up though? That's the only thing. Jacobo, yeah, sorry, with a 2 minutes 43 of a lap time. So, yeah, that was pretty poor lap, in my opinion, from Jacobo. Jetpack is 8/10 up on his time. Where will this put him in terms of the rest of the pack? It's a 105.4. Goes P9. So Jacobo is on his lap still, waiting, ready, eager to get ahead of the competition. I think there's a bit of background noise from you, Ace. Not sure there. As Jacobo is going through the middle sector, hard turning in. He looks like Fernando Alonso doing that, and his driving style just kind of turning in the car with no real like sort of other force. But yeah, so Jacobo now is going to go through the last two corners. The last person to set a competitive lap time that's not the two who have sat out for qualifying, as we go now through turn 10, and the last corner of the Red Bull Ring comes across the line. It's P9 for Jacobo. So you've now seen the entire grid and where they place. Carlos Hines is in the lead with Victor and Fraser Fishy. The top three are either all reserves or Div 2 drivers, so there's no Division 1 drivers currently on the in the top three, which is a bit, you know, embarrassing for these Division 1 guys. Just letting you know that. But a few people are currently on their laps still. Verify is coming across the line right now. He barely disimproves. 105.011 for Verify. He might be going again though. No, he's not. He's going to sit down once again. Fraser Fishy marginally improving, but he has now invalidated on his lap, so he's going to go probably again for a lap. I've just seen a Red Bull. That is Aiden Jones, but he has in fact invalidated his lap, so he's going to have to sit down for that. Jacobo is going to come in as well. At the minute, Oliveira's 5/10 up on his time. He's half a second up in the middle sector as he goes through turn 9, now in through to turn 10. The last corner hitting the DRS zone. It is going to be a 105.4, which puts himself up into P10. 5/10 improvement. That's a great lap from Oliveira.
That's a very good lap.
Yeah, very, very good lap. He's actually 200ths in front of Jetpack as well. Rayhan is looking to improve on his time. However, it's a 2 minutes something. David Laguna has decided to take a little road spinning. However, there is an Alpine in close proximity, but he's gone into the pit lane, so that doesn't matter. Fraser Fishy, once again, 500ths up on his original lap time. These two McLarens are currently one of the only cars out on track. Has he aborted his lap? It looks like he has going through that corner. No, he's not. He's 700ths up on his time, and he has invalidated there once again on the exit of turn 8. Sorry, turn 7, I should say. Yeah. That
really hurts.
It does, yeah. So Fraser Fisher could have been on for pole there maybe, but unfortunately he's going to have one more run. Pink Eye currently on the lap. He's 800ths near enough up on his original time. This would put him very much nicely near maybe even the front row. If he gets a good corner kick. Pink Eye now, what can he do? It's going to be P4. It's going to be Pink Eye. He's comfortably ahead of Josh by 200ths of a second. So that puts himself in the P4, whereas his teammate is on the last row, obviously making himself, he's risking the constructors' points. However, Troy is going to try and go from last to first, but we will see. I promised to give Troy screen time, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Dave is rolling around with no front wing. He's bottled himself into the pit stone. Yeah, the monster. Sorry, yeah, go on.
Front 3 rows are filled with non-tier 1 drivers.
Yep, I know. First 2 rows. Yeah, top 4 are all non-tier 1 drivers. That's pretty poor in my opinion.
That's crazy.
That's very crazy. That is very much actually, yeah, that is very much crazy. So Sarcher. So actually, fun fact as well, the only person to not be in Division 1 on this grid and not in the top 4 is David Laguna. Just letting you know. I currently can't hear Ace properly. I'm sorry for stream if you can't hear Ace properly, but I can't either. Sorry. No, Aiden's Division 1. Aiden is Division 1. I'm team principal of Red Bull. I know my drivers. Aiden's Division 1. Yeah, obviously when Rom left I had to promote someone, so Aiden was the man I promoted. Yeah, oh damn. He's proven himself. So, anyways, Jetpack's not on a lap. Sarcher's not on a lap, I don't think, because he's spun. At least I'm sure of, anyways. Yeah, he's not on the lap. So Carlos Hines, man on provisional pole, is 2/10 quicker than those behind him. Obviously, he is on his final flying lap, near enough. He's just going through the last sector. It's now or nothing for the Mercedes driver. He's got to put all his eggs in one basket. One more quali lap to solidify the pole position. He's currently on provisional pole with just over 2 minutes to go. He's got all or nothing to lose. We will have a look at Carlos Hines' final lap and take you around the lap with Carlos Hines around the Red Bull Ring. So, as he goes across the line here to start his original lap with a 104.525 to beat. He drops it down here into 4th gear, 95 miles an hour. Goes as quickly as he can now, going through this very small left-hand kink. As you can see here, just where this BWT sign is, that's turn number 2. He goes into turn 3, heavy braking zone, the hardest braking zone of the circuit, 2nd gear, down to 60 miles an hour as he goes on the exit as quickly as he can. David Laguna, his teammate, however, has retired from the session. The Red Bull moves out of the way there, I believe. That is a Victor. I'm not 100% sure though. There's another Red Bull who is near enough parking on the apex, but it's very, very close. So Carlos Hines has managed to keep his car on the road with a slight bit of oversteer as we go now, dropping it down into 5th gear, 120 miles an hour near enough. That Carlos is going. Has he improved? Marginally disimproving on his time. 200ths up, down on his time. as he's going now through turn 8. Has a little bit of a squirm once again. We go now through turn 9, dropping it down to 6, 150 miles an hour. He goes all 4 wheels off the track, but no track invalidation. Has he maybe come off lucky there? Carlos Sainz to solidify his pole. No, he disimproves by 200ths of a second. So Carlos Sainz cannot improve on his time. Victor, the man on the front row with him, can he potentially get on to provisional pole or even fully pole position? Obviously reserved for Red Bull. He's 400ths up in the first sector. He's got to gain about 2/10 if he wants to get anywhere near Carlos's time. With only 25 seconds to go, the last round of quali laps are now starting. The pressure is mounting. Third gear, Victor drops into 80 miles an hour. Gets on the power nice and early. No oversteer there, unlike Carlos. As now we go now, dropping it down into fifth gear. 120 miles an hour once again for both Victor and Carlos. As he's only 700ths improving in the second sector. This will be an improvement, but it may not be enough. It may not be enough to catch the Mercedes of Carlos Sainz. Can Victor potentially get something done in the last 2 corners to get maybe, just maybe, 2/10 of time? Josh puts himself on the front row, but can Victor get on the front row? Yes, he can. He's near enough 200ths clear of Josh. Victor puts himself on the front row. Carlos Sainz goes back into the pits, but Fraser Fishy is not improving either. What can he do in the second sector? Improves by 200ths of a second. Can he put himself? The monster goes P3 by 1,000th. He's off the second row. 1,000th of a second separates him and Victor. As Fraser Fishy going through the last corner, what can he do to get himself across the line? He improves, but not by enough. So that is your qualifying session over, folks. It's Carlos Sainz on pole, with Victor closely behind. It's going to be the Monster in P3, Josh in P4, Fraser Fishy in P5, Pink Eye in P6, Aiden in P7, and Verify P8 is all I can remember. But the sprint race is up next. Let's run through... Sorry.
Intense qualifying.
Let's run through the grid.
That was crazy.
So Victor and the Monster got the same time.
Wow.
But because Victor said it earlier,
he's got it.
He's got second place. So Carlos from Victor, from the Monster, from Josh, from Fraser Fishy, from Pink Eye, from Aiden, from Verify, from Oliver and Jacobo completes your top 10. It's Gleaming, Jetpack, Sarcha, Rayhan, David, Troy, and Evan. Rounds off the grid here for Austria. Your sprint race will commence. 12 laps are ahead of us before we have a 36 endurance race to the finish.
Intense quality at the final, and the Monster setting the same lap.
Yeah, a really intense qualifying.
11,000.
Yeah, really.
Away from Josh.
Yeah, very close. So where have I been?
Esports.
It literally does. Looks a lot like esports, but that just proves how close this grid really is. But the man who's got everything to do is the man who's currently in 15th place and 16th. But we're more focused on the man in 15th place, who is in fact CPI Troye, because he's obviously the confirmed champion of Formula V Div 1. I've heard this now, 16th, sorry, should I say. The Swede has got everything to do. He's got to get from last, pretty much, to first. Hamilton in Brazil is his task. Evan also is trying to make up as many positions as possible and try and beat, I believe it's McLaren, who are their current rivals, and Williams as well, who are their current rivals, in the championships. So, we will find out what happens. But, however, we're not actually going into the lobby. So, you know, this is kind of annoying.
I don't think they've readied up yet.
They probably haven't readied up.
Yep, there we go.
Ah, there we go.
30 seconds. With an 80-point lead over Jacopo.
Oh yeah.
If I'm right, can take the championship today. If he
Could
hasn't
he?
already taken it.
Has he not?
Yeah, I don't think he's taken it yet. If I'm right.
Hang on, he's got 3 rounds.
3, 7,
No, he's
6.
taking it. Yeah, he's taking it.
84.
He's got it by 5 points.
84.
Yeah, and it's 75 if he gets all 3 wins. Sorry, 75, 78. So yeah, he's done it. He did it last race.
Sprint race points. Did you forget that?
Yeah, but he's still done it.
Yeah. He's gonna have it. It's just a matter of when will he have it.
Well, hang on, I just need to double check actually with the chat. Is Troy confirmed champion?
If I'm right, no, because it's 78 points.
Hang on.
To get
Wait.
with the sprint race.
Yep, Jacobo said he's confirmed champion, so
Last week.
he was confirmed last week.
I'm gonna go count this.
Sure thing.
He's not.
Well, apparently he is, so...
26 times 3 is 78, plus 8 would be 86. Gap's 80.
I mean, if you want to make the point in Div 1 chat, then sure thing. Go ahead, but I'm going at it as now that Troy is champion. If he's not champion, then we can crown him this race maybe. But who knows? So we're waiting for 12 laps ahead of us here. Sorry, I need to disable lap data. That's what I need to do. So I'm just gonna at Jacobo. Hope that maybe, because I'd like to crown him today. That would be nice. Can we see the tyres? Of course. So everyone, and I mean everyone, is starting on the mediums. Not exactly hard. So everyone is starting on the medium tyres for this 12 laps, and I don't believe there will be one pit stop if all goes swimmingly for these drivers. But obviously it's Formula V, and you know, anything can happen. So we will see. At the minute, I'm going to say that Troy is confirmed champion, but obviously we never know. I think Troy himself knows that's champion. The predicted pit stop strategy is either a medium to hard, 0 stopped strategy. Who will get off the line quicker? Will it be Carlos, Victor, or maybe even someone else? We found out in Spa. I'm not sure in Monza, but when I commentated in Spa, it was 3rd place. It was Josh Tomo who got the rocket of a start. So we will find out, everyone, what is going to unfold here when Troy and Evan are the last people to get onto their grid spots. And I've said it correctly this week, but a lot of these drivers don't know how to park their car, so we will find out what happens, and this is why FV have employed me. With 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 red lights for the sprints. And we are racing. Go, go, go. We're seeing Carlos actually got a very good start off the line. It's Pink Eye, though, in 6th, who got an amazing launch, but maybe not a better restart. It's Carlos who leads them away into turn 1. It's Chaos back in the mid-pack. Carlos and Victor getting away well, as Josh Tomo is having a P3 off the start. It's absolute carnage at the mid-pack, at the end, because I believe Jacobo has lost a fair few positions. Troy is lost or gained any positions. As we can see it from his point of view, he spun someone round, has David Laguna, and that is someone who spun round. That's Pink Eye. Pink Eye has spun round. As it's absolute carnage. There's a Ferrari who's off the track, who's Jacobo as well. But it is going to be Carlos and Victor. I think they're actually going side by side near enough. No, they're not. That's just the Delta being annoying. Oh, wow. And I go back and I see Rayhan and Evan have completely taken each other out. Troy's already up to P12. He's got Oliveira next up in his sights. Can he go for a move here potentially? No, he can't. He has to stay back. Jacobo's left the session because of disconnections. So Jacobo's Wi-Fi has decided to pipe up, as Troy now is going to go for the mover on Oliveira. Done it before turn 9. Is he going to get it done? Yes, he is, going side by side with him. He's done it. He's having a P11. Carlos leads him away, though, after turn 1. And Victor not far behind, with Josh Thomas slightly there before them. And that's lap 1, people.
If I'm right, in the turn 4, Jacobo went for a stand and hit Ryan off track.
Oh, right, so that's what happened. Thank you, Ace, for the alternate viewing. As Pink Eye has now overtaken Jacobo's AI. Verifying Jetpack, though, looking to go side by side. Verify, I think, with a switchback. Jetpack losing his footing there a little bit. Has a snap of the rear end. We actually can't see a gap between Victor and Carlos, but we just know it's close. as Josh now is looking for the move as well on Victor. Lap 2 of 12 here, so really these drivers are all or nothing at the minute on these laps. Oliveira as well is looking very close as well to Troy. Gets a bit out of shape there going through turn number 7. This is a really cool camera angle of all the cars going through this next part of the track. As Jacobo's now rejoined, he's got these last with 2.3 seconds gap to catch. So at the minute, it looks like Ferrari are going to have an absolute hellhole of a feature race to actually go off. 1:06.8 for Carlos Sainz sets the fastest lap of the race, with Victor closely behind in P2. But once again, all these guys very, very compact, close to each other. Aiden is looking for a move as well on the Monster. Only 3 tenths behind. Obviously, he's got the DRS enabled, with a lot of people typing in chat. Phil says he wouldn't mind a Ferrari hellhole of a switch race, but however, a Williams and Alpine. Verify's caught up to Gleaming. Verify's got some extreme pace in that Alpine. Gleaming's going to look to shut him down, but Verify going to go the long way round, going to go around the outside. Car number 34 of Gleaming is going to have to defend as well as he can. I believe it's 34 anyways. It is 34. I did get my numbers correct. As Gleaming with some excellent defending has got Verify in his back pocket at the minute. So Oliveira's got, also crashed out. And so is David Laguna. What the hell's happened? Oh wow, that was.
If I'm what?
And Troy.
5 seconds.
And Troy's got a 5-second penalty for a severe collision.
Wow, okay.
It's a full safety car.
Wow.
So these drivers are going to have to go around for a whole lap with their Delta because Carlos hasn't caught up to the safety car. But I don't know what's happened with Troy.
No, it's supposed to be, sorry.
I think he's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna serve his 5 seconds, but Oliveira and David Laguna clearly having a collision, and I don't know how Troy got involved.
Troy, I think it was in the back one going for nobody.
Maybe. Troy has served his penalty. He's going on to the softs. Yeah, he served his penalty, so he's going on to the softs. But
I do feel be penalty free at the end.
Yeah, that's it's a bit odd, I can't lie. Very much odd.
Yeah.
So Troy's now got it all to do once again. Carlos got a 3-second penalty. He's exceeded track limits under safety car.
That's not something you see every day.
No, it's not.
Especially raw.
But the first proper incident is Troy, and the man at the upper side of the scale, Carlos, has got a 3-second penalty. Troy obviously on softs.
Troy still has it all to do.
Yeah, but he's on the softs. So is Sarcher. So they've got the tyre advantage. Against 4-lap old mediums, it's Evan's got up to P10 though from last, so he's made up 7 positions, has Evan. Speaking of which, we'll have a look at position changes. With the Monster losing 2 positions off the start, Gleaming being a big gainer with 4 positions gained. Evan, the biggest with 7. Jetpack with 3. Rayhan with 3. Pink Eye with the biggest loss with 6. Giacomo lost 3. Sarcher's lost 1. Troy has gained 1. And the top 2 have remain in their position as well as Verify.
I think I've scored it, and I think if I'm right, David hit Troy's high. Troy's got spun round, and then Oliveira just came in and didn't realise where he was. That's really unlucky for both. That's very unlucky.
I'm really not sure what's happened. Obviously safety car, if it chooses to come in, it's not going to choose to come in at the end of this lap, so we're going to have to go another lap, which means that these two won't have to stress of Troy and Sarcher. But at the minute, I'm looking forward to this because the two at the back are on the softest tyres, have the tyre advantage, but they've obviously got it all to do. Carlos, the man at the front, has got a 3-second penalty, and Victor currently looking like a race winner.
Yeah, unless he's been hit off somewhere and he's going to be able to get him moved.
Yeah, maybe. Obviously, as well, the man in third, Josh Tomo, obviously looking for his first ever win in Division 1 Formula V, sprint race or not, he's just still looking to be on the top step of the podium. Gleaming and Jacobo are swapping positions under the safety car. Unless Jacobo's doing a glitch. Is Jacobo actually doing a safety car glitch? Oh my god, he is.
Sus.
He's doing it. He's doing a safety car glitch. What? Is that legal? Oh no, it's not. Okay.
No, I think he's just stormed up the field and just backed up.
Yeah.
I didn't notice what you were saying until I...
Yeah. A little bit odd. I actually don't know what's happened, but
I think he's still in AI mode.
Oh.
This isn't fair.
That is not fair. Wow.
This is not fair.
Well, I
Okay.
guess they'll all get their penalties removed. By safety.
Yeah,
Oh! Pink eyes! I think Ericsson hit us!
I think Ericsson hit us. Oh, jeez. Has he been at us?
Jacobo's left. I don't know what happened. But what
Yeah,
the hell
I think it is
happened?
my fault. He has desync.
Jacobo has desync.
Yeah, he said desync and none of them were there.
Yeah.
But,
But
oh,
we have half a race distance left. And the lobby... sorry, Carlos is gone. He's nearly caught Victor napping. But Josh is right on the back of Victor. Victor's obviously going to have a slipstream. I'm going to see what's happening with a restart, if there's going to be a restart. I don't think there is. However, Pink Eye and Jetpack both going to be pitting. Obviously, all of these guys are going to get their 5 seconds removed.
well, except them two. They've already served it.
But I'm assuming all drivers will get it removed. Victor having a massive oversteer moment. Troy has overtaken Sarcher for P11. And Pink Eye getting through for P13 on Jetpack. So Victor 1.1 behind, is only 3 cents as well. Behind is Josh as well. I think we all thought Jacobo did it on purpose there. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Can Ando see who's pitted? Yeah, sure you can. What are we going off? Pit stops, right?
Stops.
Where the hell is that?
Stops.
Yep, I don't know where that is.
Sarcher with
Oh, there you go,
5
stops.
seconds.
So
The
Troy's
vehicle
pitted,
is-
Sarcher's pitted, Pink Eye's pitted, and Jetpack's pitted. There you go. That's who pitted.
Sarcher got a 5-second for severe collision.
Oh, don't know what's happened there, but you know. Well, we'll see. So, anyways, Victor just being out of DRS range. Carlos is really trying to push that Mercedes. Josh as well, just trying to stay conservative, and you know, just kind of like, you know, live it out. From 11 down have pitted. 11 down. No, not all of 11 down have pitted. Jacobo hasn't pitted actually, but you know. Collision with Jacobo, and he's nowhere near him. Desync. That's desync once again.
That's how much I'm doing. That's
So Jacobo's car has desync. That's not good for the lobby, at least. So
yeah,
I'm.
apparently he's last.
Yeah, he is lost.
Apparently he was last when it happened.
Oh right. Well, I'm not sure. I genuinely don't know what's happening. DRS has been enabled though. You may have DRS if you're with 1 second of the car ahead front when you're in a DRS detection zone. As you can see, the rear wing does open. That gives you 8 miles an hour or 12 kilometers an hour of extra straight line speed to use to your advantage. Obviously, all of these cars have barely any ERS. Fraser Fisher with 40% though, and the Monster with 50%. So they're ready to use that whenever. Aiden as well in P6. Obviously, he's the first of the 5-second penalties, but obviously all of these guys are going to get their 5 seconds removed by the stewards. So really, any sort of improvement would help, but it's not going to impact any of their positions unless they overtake the guys in front. Obviously, Carlos's may not be removed. We'll see what happens. But anyways, so yeah, but that might impact the feature race grid actually. Maybe we'll see. we shall see. As Victor is in DRS off Carlos. I don't think it's by much, but he is within DRS. So yeah, Carlos having a little bit of a moment there as well in the lead, maybe fumbling under that pressure from Victor. 7 tenths now is the gap. It's getting smaller and smaller as time progresses. Yellow flag, that is for Sarcher in the Aston Martin. He's had yet again another moment. Can Victor though potentially get ahead of Carlos? Lap 10 or 12. If he's going to do it, he's got to do it soon. Has a lock up there going through turn 3. 1 second now is to Josh near enough, but they've bridged away from Fraser Fishy as the Monster is looking for a move on Fraser Fishy here with Elba DRS. No DRS is needed. Will he go for a move? No, he won't. Not down the inside, at least anyways. Evan looking for a move here on Verify as well, having a little look. Verify's got to stay conservative for now, as Troy also looking on the back of this, just looking, seeing what happens potentially with these guys. Obviously in P10, yellow flag is set to 1. That is for Sarcher. Once again, he's spinning around like a curveball, so we will see. With 15 of you guys in the chat, welcome in your masses. Carlos is not fast enough with that 3-second penalty, says Phil. So with 2 laps to go, all Victor needs to do is just stay behind Carlos Hines, and he's got that pole position for the feature race, which is obviously that elusive advantage. 5 tenths now is the gap between these guys. Josh Tomo has bridged out of that second gap. The Monster is ever so gaining to Fraser Fishy. Can Victor potentially get a move done? Maybe get it done even on track. We'll never know. Massive old DRS train though is forming. Aiden Jones is right on the back as well of the Monster. Rayhan actually does get a physical 3-second penalty that that won't get removed. The Monster's using ERS here to maybe get past Fraser Fishy. Cannot get the move done though. Lap 11 of 12 here. We have 2 laps, 1.5 laps left to go, should I say. That's Sarcher once again, who I think might have been hit because of Jacobo's desync. I'm genuinely not sure what's happening, but yeah, that's a bit odd. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, who's been hit? It's Evan. Evan's been hit round.
He's spun it.
Oh, he spun it. Damn, he's fully spun it. But as we start the final lap of the sprint, it's looking like it's going to be advantage Victor. 6 tenths is the gap. Sarcher does get a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Evan has fully spun round, so an unlucky race there from him. Can Victor maybe get the move done on track ahead of Carlos? 5 tenths is the gap between Victor and Carlos. Is Victor going to do the sensible thing and just stay behind, or will he go for that on track overtake? Carlos has got some hope a miracle happens here, because he will be losing 3 or 4 positions. Actually, he might lose. He'll go probably down to P6 with Carlos, with Aiden's penalty being removed. So he won't be. Oh, actually, no, he won't be. Actually, he'd go down to about P4. Yeah, P4. That's where he'd be. Near enough. So it'd be P4 or P5. That's where Carlos would drop down to. So yeah, we'll see, depending on penalties. But Carlos has presumed heavily well. He's got into the way of the desync Jacobo, though, who is very, very close to him. Thank goodness that it's the final lap, and there's not another lap of racing, because desync might have hit Carlos Hines where it hurts. But yeah, as that is going to be the win on track for Carlos, but Victor wins the sprint. Carlos comes P2. Sorry, it's Josh in P2. Fraser Fishy. Well, no, it's not. It's Carlos who's in P3, Fraser's in P4, the Monster is in P5, Aiden is in P6, it's Gleaming P7, Verify P8, Troy P9, Evan P10, Rayhan is going to finish, actually you might even finish P12 potentially, P11 for Rayhan on track. Will Pink Eye get ahead of Rayhan? We'll see. What's it going to be? P12 for Rayhan and P13 for Jetpack. That rounds off the grid for the sprint, but it's Victor who is on pole.
Restart, by the way.
There's a restart?
Yep, restart with a 50% race just.
Okay.
Due to massive desync. Can't continue.
Okay, well, fair enough. Take a picture of the take a picture of that advent, because yeah. So you see also the points as well from the sprint. Everyone's position was the same. So the 5-second penalty didn't it didn't impede anyone in terms of penalties. So yeah. So that is the actual full grids for the 50% race. I'll let you take a picture of that in your own time as well. There you go. That's the full grid. So yeah, we'll just no one's actually gonna be in the race, but I can't exactly close down the application either, which is a bit annoying. So I'm gonna have to watch a sprint race unless I just leave. I hope I leave. I hope we leave the game soon. We'll hope for the best. Do. I am you know, we're just waiting. There you go. People are leaving the session now, so we will leave the main menu. Wait for the invites to go out. And yeah, again, just wait. Let's just hope and pray. With a 50% race is all we have.
Yep, 50% race. With Troy, I think, still out of the top 10.
Yeah, he's 10th, so yeah.
So he's still gonna have all this work to do.
Pardon?
He's still gonna have all the work to do if he wants to try and do in Hamilton.
Yeah. He's really gonna have to.
He started from the back, and then he's started P10.
Convenient, eh?
Coincidence? I think not.
Maybe. So yeah, let's just hang on. Give me a second. I thought I was going to sneeze, and yeah, I didn't sneeze. Let's just whistle, and hope. I actually learned how to whistle. You know that, right?
Yep.
No, you won't. No, now you know.
Oh, weird thing. I'll just say one weird thing. I learnt to whistle inwards.
Oh, outwards, 100%.
No, I used to whistle in, and now I can't do it anymore.
Oh, I could do it inwards. We will take P2 with that, Josh. There were some good battles in the Williams, Alpine, Red Bull that went a bit unnoticed. Yeah, they did go very much unnoticed in the sprint. I'm very sorry about that. It's probably the first bit of camera work I've done that's not great. Desync isn't that important. Yeah, it is actually. It can be a big thing in the lobby, potentially. Jetpack's done overtake of the week submission. You're getting a live reaction right this second. Yeah, dead overtake online. That's just you know, bit boring. Fraser Fishy has invited everyone, so now it's going to be a manic joining fest to get people to join. There we go. So we've now joined the lobby. Are you in, Ace?
Nope.
Have you got invited?
Nope.
Ah. Nope. Let me invite you.
And now we pray that it works.
Yeah, if it doesn't work, then that's kind of a no.
Not when. It works once.
Ah, nice. Cool. And now we
I don't
wait.
know what it is. So I can't get in if Fraser's hosting and invites me, but if he's hosting and someone else invites me, it works.
Oh, nice.
Like, it makes sense. It doesn't.
Guys, is there an echo on this stream? Is there an echo? Because I've just been told there's an echo, but that was at 47 minutes past. So, if you're in chat and you're active, please let me know, is there an echo in the stream? From their guy's voice, yeah. There is an echo. Right. 2 seconds then, everyone. This is why I need to know about it now, when I'm looking at it, because I'm actually active in chat. Is there still an echo? I'm hoping there's not. Because if there's still an echo, then that's poor. Poor microphone usage from myself. Oh, it's not my voices, it's Ace's. Oh. So Ace's voice has an echo. Right. I don't know what to... Well, I think I think they're muted, so... That's probably why... You probably can't hear an echo. I think they're trying to sort it. Apparently you have an echo. But I'm not sure. So... Make him talk and then we can see. Can we check about an echo, please? Echo check.
Yeah, I've just asked them. I don't know.
Any echo? Phil, you're an absolute lifesaver in this, by the way.
It's all good now somehow. Okay.
Yeah, okay, right. Well, I don't know what we've done, but if there is an echo, then please let us know in chat, because I'm quite active in chat. I've been told to say weather's set on dry, because it was dry earlier. Just so it eliminates any opportunity. I heard an echo, just then. I heard myself talk. I think Ace has responded to that.
I just muted.
Oh, right. Well, I hear myself again. I hear myself.
My only... Okay, yeah. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's alright, but I do hear myself talking.
Is it echoing on stream?
I can't tell.
Hear anything?
I don't want to hear myself on stream, I'll be honest. Troy still really wants to be at the back. Do we have everyone? No, we're missing someone. We're meant to have 17. I swear. Yeah, we have 17. Cool. Nice. Yeah, it's dry now. Yeah, we have everyone in. Cool. We're just waiting on the ready up then. The grid's done apparently from Fraser Fishy, so...
Yep, that's all we were waiting for.
I think we're just waiting on a ready up call from an admin.
Yep.
Which will become in Division 1 announcements.
Yep, everyone is on. because we definitely had 17.
Well, when Jack... Yeah, touch wood.
Is there someone not here?
Nope, we had 17.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this now. There was 3 McLarens checked in. Oh no, it's Orson. He's already left. Sorry, ignore me. Because I forgot.
Yep. Yes. So
that's why it's only a team.
Now the call for ready up has been made. So ready yourselves up, folks. Now prediction, Ace. Winner.
I don't honestly know.
Huh?
I wanna say Troy top 5. But I don't know the rest.
Who am I going to go with?
Because Carlos, Victor, and all the rest, and they were just quick overall. So it's too hard to predict.
I genuinely do not know.
Ryan P7.
Ryan's
Could be a
P7.
good prediction. Well, that's what Phil's
Josh
saying
is going to win, and Ryan P7. Bold, but of course you're up Romeo TP, so apparently this will be painful, but we'll see. We'll see what Bambinos do. Obviously, there's a free tyre choice as well, and everyone has the same amount of fresh tyres, so you know, a lot of adaptable strategies. It is bright as it could be. No, a cloud in the sky here over the over the hills of Spielberg, and the forests of those above. With everything,
not gonna get more.
Yeah,
Sorry.
with everything on Victor's shoulders to produce from pole position. With 36 laps ahead of us, we have a formation lap though as well. But apart from that, we are ready to go.
Phil's made his prediction chart that I aren't going to score any more than 3 points.
So they were not going to get past 9 and 10.
Basically.
Damn.
Or 9 and a faster lap.
Yeah, true.
Depending which way you want to go.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Depending where they're both starting is the better question.
So, let's have a look at strategies then, everyone. So, everyone, top 2 are on mediums. Carlos Hines is on the hards. We have them from 4th down to Troy on the mediums. Then we have Evan and Rayhan on mediums. Pink Eye, Jetpack and Sarcher on hards. Jacobo and David Laguna are on mediums. And Oliveira in last place is on the hard compounded tyres. So, a lot of different strategies here. Let me just whip up the old telemetry. No lap data. So yeah, a lot of stuff is going to happen here. 36 laps ahead of us. We've done 12 already, but we now have 36 laps ahead of us here for the Austrian Grand Prix. Oliveira is not within 10 car lengths currently, so I don't know what's happening with him. So he's got to get a move on, and quick.
Don't know.
Any more bold predictions in chat? Please give us potentially a you know, give us a bold prediction in chat whilst we're on the formation lap.
Is Jetpack who's bottom as well?
I'm going to give a bold prediction. Actually, commentator's curse. Someone will retire on lap 9. Lap 9, that's what I'm going to say. I think someone will retire on lap 9.
I'm just going to say this now as well. If I am right, by the end of this race, if Josh finishes, he will have raced 88 laps of Austria today.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's Giacomo, who's decided that the wall is better than his grid spot. Phil has noted the predictions. Or the prediction, sorry. As we're waiting now for the 5 red lights. So with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights here in Austria. And we are racing. Go, go, go. Josh actually gets the better start. He's looking at Carlos Sainz, who's going to get a better start in third. He swoops around the outside. Carlos Sainz is into the lead once again into turn 1. Himself and Josh are side by side. There's many cars that have gone round at the start, though. Fraser Fisher and Aiden Jones have collided. But it's Carlos Sainz from third on the grid has got the best start off the line. Josh Tomo is going to look for a move. Jetpack has retired from the session on lap 1. There's a yellow flag and it's a safety car on lap 1. Troy's already up to P7, I think. So all of these cars have now got to, you know, calm down.
If I got a 5 second for gaining a place, what kind of corner?
Maybe. Drivers are involved in that incident. Fraser Fishy was involved in that incident. Does Aiden Jones have any physical damage to his car? We don't know. Sarcher was also involved. I don't think Aiden has damage, nor does Sarcher. Lucky. The Monster, however, does have physical damage. Evan does not have damage. Pink Eye, I don't believe has damage. I don't think they actually got involved in the incident. I know a McLaren went round. It wasn't Oliveira, it was Fraser Fishy. These guys are very lucky to not have any damage of any sorts. So we're going to probably have 2-3 laps of safety car. Carlos Sainz, the race leader, is boxing.
Oh. Has he?
He's retired.
He's retired. Oh?
What? Why? I'm sorry. Unless he's had an issue.
Was he had to go?
I'm genuinely unsure. Someone's got to ask about Carlos.
I've just done that.
But that now promotes Josh Tomo into the lead of the race. But if it was some sort of an emergency or anything, then, you know, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, that's a bit unexpected from Carlos, I'll be honest, but, you know, if something's happened, then something's happened, and we all hope that everything's okay with Carlos.
Yep, I think we joined. This is most likely to help gaming, I think. Or to
Yeah.
help anyone else.
Yeah, at least Carlos retired in the pits though, so that's good.
Try.
So we're going to go around once more with the safety car and restart things on lap 3.
Yeah. So your prediction could stay right.
Yeah, maybe.
If you have seriously had given someone confidence, they're probably going to get really mad with you.
Who?
If someone DNFs on
Lap 9.
and
Yeah.
then find out,
Yeah,
they're
might
probably
be a
gonna
bit
get really
annoyed.
mad at you.
I know. Why aren't you engineering, by the way? I swear you're an engineer.
I am.
No, you just not like to engineer your boys then.
Oh no, I was until I somehow got into the session.
I got a what?
I was engineering Ryan until I got into the session.
Oh, right.
I literally said to him, I have to go, I've got into the session, I need to go.
Oh, right. Okay, well, fair enough then.
So basically, depending which I'm needed for.
Yeah. Apparently, had to take evasive action and over the bump, lost all grip. Don't even have a clip. So, safety car is in this lap. Josh has got everything to do on this restart. Obviously, with Carlos Sainz out of the race, Troy is up to 6th already. It's only lap 3. So,
It's lap 3 and he's got up to 2 already.
yeah, so Troy is probably going to surf through the field. No, Verify got a 5-second penalty, but Josh has gone. Josh has even caught me napping, and he's certainly caught Victor napping. He's already near enough a second ahead of Victor. That's the first time someone ever on a restart has caught me napping. Oliveira, however, has he spun? He spun. So, not a great restart from him. Rayhan looking to get past Gleaming, up in 4th. He already got one of the best restarts away. David looking to get past Pink Eye. However, Pink Eye is side by side with him. Yellow flag in sector 1. That is for Sarcher, who has spun round as David and Pink Eye go. Basically, they are elbowing Bargy. Is basically what I call it. Not Bargy. That's what I call it. David Laguna with a switchback on Pink Eye. These two obviously familiar with themselves from Division 2. And David Laguna with an amazing switchback there. Potential overtake of the weak contender at the minute. But this is where now I sit down. 19 viewers in the chat. Welcome. Troy looking past potentially Rayhan as well in P5. Troy obviously is trying to get back into the lead of the race, win yet again another race this season in the Haas. Is Troy going to go for the move? Yes, he is. Pulls out to one side ahead of Rayhan. One of them's got to back out. Who's it going to be? It's going to be none of them actually, but Troy with an amazing move, swoops round the outside like an eagle. Wow, what a move from Troy. That was exceptional. Genuinely, that was like one of the best overtakes I've seen at Austria. 1:07.8 for Aiden's the fastest lap time currently, but Troy's up to P5 with an excellent overtake on Rayhan. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. The amount of grit that he has on them hards is really just, trying to like get round. As his teammate as well as David and Evan, they've collided. David is going all over the park as Aiden making up many positions there, but actually it's Evan who really falls off there. He's got some wing damage to deal with because of David Laguna. That will be reported later on as DeMonster and Aiden, they're looking for moves here potentially, as Aiden is going to look around the outside here potentially of DeMonster. No, he can't get the move done. Gleaming on Verify. Obviously Williams against Alpine. Tight constructors battle at the minute. Verify just outside of that 1 second gap to Victor. But obviously the man behind him, Troy, is really going to look to get a move done. Sarcher once again has crashed out. Oliveira is in the pit. Sorry, it's Evan who's in the pit, should I say. Evan get a 5-second penalty. Is that going to be a retirement for the Ferrari driver? No, it's not. It's not going to be a retirement. It's just a general speeding as Gleaming. No, he had his retirement, but Gleaming looking for a switchback here on Verify. Can he get the move done here potentially on Verify? Gleaming has no ERS to work with. Verify 36% in that Alpine, near enough 40% now. One Ferrari out. Yep, it's looking likely, actually, maybe, for Ferrari to not score more than 3 points. I think that'd be needed as well for Alfa Romeo, as Gleaming with only 3 to 4 cents. Sarcher has retired from the session in the pit lane as well, as Josh has actually gone out of the second gap from Victor. Because Josh, compared to Victor, it's similar ERS as well. Gleaming looking for the move on Verify, really needs to get past him as soon as he can. Obviously Evans' car's now off the track, so is Sarcher. We have 13 remain here. Gleaming gonna look for the mover into turn 1. They both collide, and that probably wasn't the best place to go for the move there for Gleaming. Verify a track limits violation. Troy is now once again involved in this battle. Obviously one of the few esports drivers in this league. Gleaming looking to soar around the outside here, potentially a Verify going to leave in the space there. It's very, very close as they're going side by side here down the back straight. Can they go? Who's going to break later into turn 4? Gleaming got to go the long way around. He's done it once in the sprint. Will he do it again potentially in the feature? No, he won't. A switchback looking on there. Gleaming gets a better exit, but he he's only forced better strategy. Has basically nearly won the race. So Troy maybe going from a last to first, literally doing a Lewis Hamilton, as he's going to look for the mover on Gleaming into P4. Troy has done it. He's up into P4. He's now got one man in between him and a podium place, and that is Verify. He's going to look to get past him here, maybe on the main straight. Going now into turn number 1. Will he go for a little look? Yes, he does. He can't go for the move though. Going into turn 1. Verify getting a little bit of a better exit there than Troy. Use the ERS there. Verify's going to be a little sitting duck in this situation, but Troy going to use ERS to get past Verify and up into P3. Will Verify go for it here? Will he go for the dive bomb? No, he won't. A little touch in the back there from Verify, but Troy is up into P3. Verify getting a much worse exit there, and Gleaming as well, also being hit, but Troy's already out of a second of Verify. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. If my
previous lap as well, I think if I'm like turn 7, 3 of the fishes hit Ryan Rind. And that's why he's my last.
Oh. Oh right, I didn't see that actually. Too engaged on this. All good, it's only sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry about that if my voice does lag out. I'm very sorry. That's not great in my opinion. But Victor once again caught up to Josh Tomo. Josh Tomo having a massive oversteer moment. Victor maybe for the move going up into turn number 3. He can't just flag in second 1. Who is that? That's Gleaming who's gone round. He's had a spin. Is there any damage to Gleaming's car? That's the question. I don't know. No, there isn't. There's no damage to Gleaming's car. Troy is 4 seconds off the lead now, so he's really doing a chasing game to these two. So these two have got to really bridge off each other and hope for the best, to be honest, because they've got a raging house driver behind them as the Monster and Giacomo looking to do a little switcheroo off positions. Can the Monster get it done? Yes, he does. He's up into P8. Yeah, but the back at the front, not really anything happening. Troy gaining 2 more tenths in that sector, so he's gaining a lot of time compared to these guys. So can Victor?
He's just gaining massively.
Yeah, he is gaining massively. Victor needs to get past Josh quickly if he wants to sort of get out. Oh, he's hit Josh. He's at the back of Josh there. Give him a little love tap of the nose. That's Giacomo, who's gone round at the final corner. But for the minute, there's a change for the lead. Victor is now in the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix up into turn number 3. Is Josh going to go for the move? No, he's not. He'll probably get him with DRS. Will Josh get a better exit than him going out of turn 3? Will he get him with DRS potentially? Victor's going to use ERS to stay ahead of Josh, but obviously Troy has got that ERS saving. So that was Giacomo who went round as David Laguna and Oliveira gets the move done into P10, so he's up into the points positions now. A man we haven't really talked about, Pink Eye, is up in a P6, 7 tenths behind Fraser Fishy. Fraser Fishy obviously trying to get close as well to Verify, who are both pretty much the same percent of ERS. Obviously Verify is being gapped by Troy. Troy's gaining about 2 tenths a lap to Josh and Victor. Victor getting all out of shape there, going through that last corner. Josh getting a much better exit than him. So we will see Josh is now saving his ERS behind Victor. So will we see another change of leadership here between Josh and Victor? I don't think we will. I think Josh will stay behind, at least for now anyways. Giacomo is going to come in pits. Is it going to be a retirement for the Ferrari driver, or is it going to be a very early pit stop? It's a retirement. So Phil's prediction is correct. Ferrari have not scored more than 3 points in this race. So Giacomo retired. Both Ferrari drivers have retired from this race. There's a big fat 0 in Ferrari's points name. So Phil's prediction was correct. My prediction was wrong. Wait, did someone retire on lap 9?
Nope, it wasn't lap 9.
Damn.
It was up 6.
Damn, that's annoying. But anyways, but I will say. Oh, I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say it on stream. Yeah, offensive me would have, said something. Evans left the session. Giacomo has had enough as well. They've all retired in the pits. There's now 12 that remain. Only 2 drivers won't score points today. So let's see. As Victor and Josh jousting for position. 2.6 now is the gap between Troy and Josh. He's only about 3 seconds off the lead. Josh is looking for a move now here on Victor as he goes down the inside and potentially into turn number 3. Gleaming has retired in the pit lane, I think. Yeah, he has. So now 11 remain. And David's retired. 10. So it's only 10 that remain. So Josh has also made a move on Victor, but if you finish, you get points. Gleaming's left the session, so has David. I'm assuming that maybe something's gone wrong because they were both... Gleaming was running in the points quite easily. But yeah, if you finish, you get points. So that means it's going to be a double... At the minute, it's going to be a double finishing points for Alfa Romeo, Red Bull, Haas, Alpine and McLaren.
Yeah, whole
there's
teams.
It's only whole teams in top 10. So yeah, it's actually kind of cool actually. I'm not gonna lie. So only 5 teams will be scoring points from this race, which is kind of sad at the minute. But if everyone finishes, they all get points. So that's what they want. But it's just who will get more points than the other. And obviously a lot of these guys are actually in championship fights with each other as well. Austria separates the man teams from the boy teams. Back that fully.
Ooh.
Back it fully.
Yep.
Because you know, Red Bull are it, so that's a man team. Anyways, yeah. So right hand 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. He's down in P10. He's the last of the bunch, but obviously points are still points, so they'll take anything. Victor gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. He's got track limit violations, and now Troy as well. You see, he's at 1.4 seconds off of Victor. So he's only about 2 seconds off the lead, and he started last, and he started P10 in the sprint. Can you see who has the fastest lap? Sure thing. It should be... no, it's not. Wait. Yeah. Fastest lap. So, it is Josh with a 1:07.6 currently, with the current fastest lap. Is there anything? No, done. So there we go. Interval. Nice. So, yeah, so the man in front has the fastest lap. Troy is going to look for the move as well. He's now within DRS range of Victor, so 3 seconds has been gained in about sort of 4 to 5 laps, which shows the pure pace that Troy beholds. So, yeah, so Josh obviously hunting for his first Division 1 win. Obviously Troy is looking to solidify his win. Troy's probably going to get it on his medium stint though. Yeah, he probably will. He's only about a tenth off on the hards, so goodness knows what he'll get on the medium sprint. On the medium stint, sorry. Fraser Fishy though is on the back of Verify as well. That's another battle to keep an eye out of. Pink Eye as well is on the back of this, and Aiden Jones and DeMonster. Aiden's actually pitting on lap 15, so the Red Bull have boxed him early. Last time I remember, not sure about that strategy, but you know, obviously anything can happen. The race has changed a lot since the start. But anyways, Victor only 6 tenths behind Josh. As well, Pink Eye is very close here to Fishy, has a lot of ERS compared to Fraser Fishy currently. Verify spun round, and Pink Eye has just made 2 positions in the space of about 2 corners. So Verify, Fraser Fishy get involved in yet another incident. Verify is beached. Verify's beached. He's reset to track. I'm not sure if that's allowed. Genuinely, I'm not sure if reset to track is allowed in this league, I'll be honest, but you know, is what it is.
It's a quali ban.
Oh, so Verify will get a quali ban for next week's race, but it's allowed him to get points this race, so a small sacrifice will probably be worth it for Verify, and he has a lot of pace, so he'll easily get through, to be honest, this pack. So Troy, obviously 4 tenths off. He's about 1.1 seconds off the lead on lap 16. He has 20 laps left to go. Some of the medium runners might be pitting now. What tyres is Aiden on? Hards? Yes, it is the hards. As that is Fraser Fishy, who has spun round, I think, going into the pit lane. Yep, it is. So Troy, sorry. Yeah. You can see all of these guys are so compactly close together. Josh has no ERS compared to the two behind him. Troy is looking for the mover on Victor. Troy goes round the outside. Will he go round a long way here compared to Victor? Is there any space given? Yes, there is. Just enough space. Win, like merely contact. That's great racing from Troy and Victor. Troy's up into P2. He's now 2/10 off the lead as Troy. This is not even like for like as in they haven't pitted or whatever. Troy hasn't pitted. This is for the net race lead, everyone. Troy is 4/10 of the net race lead, and he started last. So that just shows the pure pace that this man has. He's only 3/10 off the lead now, but Victor might just sit there and save his ERS while Troy just runs away with the win at this rate. So we'll see now, what does Troy do to maybe get past Josh? Josh getting all out of shape here compared to Troy. Troy will go to the left hand side. Yes, he does, as we go now down the long straight through the left hand kink and into turn 3. Troy does it easily. He's up into the lead of the race, and we're not even through half race distance, and he's up into the lead of the race. What a stint from Troy. He's done everything right so far. It has been domination, and he's up into the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix on lap 17. So Josh has held on vigorously for 16 laps, because Carlos did lead for lap 1. Unfortunately, he did pit though. So Josh has held on for 16 laps as best as he could. Victor obviously been a very close challenger as well, but Troy is almost out of a second already. He's using all of his ERS to get out of a second, and then he'll start saving it probably. He's out of a second now before the DRS zone, so Josh is going to pit. So Josh is going to actually try and undercut Victor, so Troy's now not got to worry, but he set the fastest lap of a race with a 1:07.5 for the Haas F1 team. Demonster as well, trying to get past Pink Eye here in P4. A lot of stuff's happening currently as well. Aiden Jones is looking to get past Verify, who hasn't even pitted yet. But speaking of, he does pit now. So, he's spun going into the pit lane, does Verify. So that's not great from Verify. That might put him maybe near Fraser Fishies. He has a little moment there as well. But Josh, coming out of the pit lane, out in P5, just behind, is Oliveira, I believe. Is Oliveira pitted? Oh, no, he hasn't. I was about to say, if Oliveira's pitted, that's been a little, like, smooth operator sort of thing. Has Verify going to retire? No, he's not. He's just going to serve his time penalty. So, Oliveira is maybe going to look for a move here on Josh. No, he's not. Obviously, he's going to be staying out a little bit longer, so he might be in that leading battle with Oliveira for the minute. Demonster obviously 4/10 behind Pink Eye as well. We're halfway through race distance. Victor now chooses to pit. He's doing half the race on each tyre as he gets into the pits nice and safely. But now it's on when Troy will pit. How long can he get those hards to stay out for? Pink Eye and Demonster both go through. We'll see where Victor comes out in terms of Josh. Will Josh get the jump on Victor? Is the undercut worth it? I actually think maybe Victor will actually get out ahead of Josh Tomo. Yes, he will.
He's got it, I think.
Maybe. He has. Yeah. Obviously, with cold tyres, Josh will have an advantage. But, yeah Victor's trying to rapidly warm up them tyres.
Yeah. Also, I got word from Carlos. He retired because he got bored.
Oh.
Yeah. Winning.
Oh, well, Josh has gone for the move on Victor, going round the outside. It's got to be for Josh. Is there any contact? No, there isn't. Victor's had to back out. It's respectful driving from him, and I actually fully respect that from Victor for him to back out for Josh. So Josh is into the lead. Troy has decided to pit on lap 19, so he's got to do 18 laps on the mediums, which means at the end of the race, the guys of Josh and Victor will have a massive tyre advantage on Troy, but he's got an undercut, and he's got to try and cover it off. He pits for the medium compounded tyre, gets out as quickly as he came, but now it's on Pink Eye and Troy. Pink Eye and Demonster. They're kind of in their own race. Josh now sets the fastest lap of a race with a 1:07.515. Where does Troy come out in all of this? Way ahead of Josh and Victor. Wow, he's got probably about he's 2 seconds ahead. And obviously his tyres will take quicker to warm up. But whoa! Is that a safety car? It's a safety car. So Pink Eye has now been drawn into this race.
He's gonna have it.
Wow.
He's gonna have it. 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 He's He's gonna have the advantage of a free pit stop as well as Oliveira.
So Pink Eye will now be P4 at least.
Yeah.
And I believe,
Okay.
has everyone else pitted? Verify's pitting once again for mediums, I assume.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, sorry, Pink Eye's the only person to not pit.
Yeah.
So,
that's the only one.
Pink Eye's now going to have an advantage of a free stop, and everyone's got to go by a delta.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
The Delta's not gonna hurt him. Look.
so Pink Eye might come out here. I'm going to say maybe P4, yeah, he'll probably come out P4. He won't come out ahead of Aiden. So that means he's been brought back into the race.
Lucky. Verify is so lucky they're not to get lapped.
Yeah,
The
very
gap
lucky
between
actually.
him and Troy.
Yeah. So Verify is not going to get lapped. So Troy obviously on mediums, Josh on hards, Victor on hards. But that means Victor's penalty obviously comes into play. But Pink Eye's now been brought into the battle, and he can warm up his tyres. Tyres, of course.
Yeah.
So Troy is on mediums, Josh on hards, Victor on hards, Pink Eye on mediums, Aiden on hards, Oliveira on mediums, Fishy on hards, Rayhan on hards, and Verify on mediums. Verify on 17 lap old mediums, should I say?
Yeah. He pit for used tyres.
Sorry, I just wanted to see TV pod and
pit again?
I think he might, but he'll get lapped. He has to pit, no? Yeah, he's got to pit now. So, Verify's going to get lapped.
Again.
Actually, he might not get lapped. He might get off lucky here.
He might be lucky.
I think he's going to be lucky.
It's close. I think it's going to be close. I think he's going to have it.
I think he's going to have it as well. So he's going to pit for them hards.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, very easily got it. Damn.
He's got it.
So that means they'll probably go around again the safety car. So Verify's now got a mammoth job to do and catch up a whole lap.
Yep.
Before, yeah, everyone else gets in. But currently, everyone's scoring points, so everyone who finishes will be a happy bunny. But that 21 to 36. Josh obviously searching for his first Division 1 win. Victor with a 3-second penalty. Can we... Actually, I'll check warnings, actually. Oh, wait, no. Can I not check warnings? Race director. Yeah, so...
I can do it.
Hang on. Troy has not got a single warning. Nor has Josh.
No?
Oh, Pink Eye has got 2 warnings.
Oh.
Aiden.
Oh, do I have 4?
Aiden has 2 warnings and a warning. Don't know what's happened there. Oliveira has 2 warnings. Fraser Fishy, 3 warnings. I'm assuming he has a penalty. Rayhan's got a penalty and a warning. And he's another warning. Verify has a penalty and a warning. 5-second time penalty and a warning. So he has... yeah, so 2 warnings. So Troy and Josh have 0 warnings to their name. So they've been good boys. Pink Eye has 2 warnings. He's 1 away from a penalty. Aiden, I believe, is 1 away from a penalty. Oliveira, I think, is 1 away from a penalty. Fishy's 1 away from a penalty. Rayhan is 2 away, and Verify is 1 away. Is the safety car coming in?
Victor has 4.
No.
No.
Oh yeah, so Victor's Victor's 2 away from a penalty. Still.
Yeah.
But 4, 5, and 6 are, you know, they're 1 warning away from another penalty. So sorry, from their penalty. And obviously the front 2 have been clean boys and not got a single warning. And Verify, I think, is going to catch up to the pack as well. So
should be in on this lap now. Lap
yeah.
3. With like 13 laps to go if it comes in. But it should.
So we basically have another sprint race on our hands.
Yep. Sprint race with no pit stops.
So it's all about Troy getting out of that second of Josh and then just building on it basically.
Yep. All I need to do.
That's yeah, that is all he needs to do. Pretty much.
You kind of cursed the monster earlier, though. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's spawning Koi, and he's not surprising.
Yeah, not surprising that the monster's DNF'd. El Momento.
Yeah, he's always not surprising. Man's a bit savage.
SMH unwashed, yeah, I know, for the monster. Anyways, lap 23, 36. People have got to keep it on the track, Phil says. That's wise words of wisdom from a former Division 1 driver, obviously one of the greats of Formula V, as some would know. But, you know, the wise words of wisdom could come into Troy's favour here. Troy could technically go now if he really wanted to. The only thing is he might hit a safety car. That's the only problem. It's all on, however, when Troy will go. Will he catch... Josh caught me napping, actually, on the commentator. Will Troy catch Josh napping, potentially? It all depends when he wants to go. And he has gone. Has he caught Josh napping, though? No, he hasn't. Not really. Yeah, so Victor's very close to Josh, and Pink Eye's even closer to Victor. However, Aiden has been slightly caught napping here, compared to others. That's probably he's been caught napping the most. Actually, Josh is 8/10 behind, so he's been caught napping a bit, actually, by Troy. Troy is using all of his ERS to get out of that 1 second. He's already out of a second in 2 corners, so which shows probably. Aiden and Fishy are trading positions. Sorry, Aiden and Oliveira are trading positions. Oliveira getting a bit out of shape on their mediums. Aiden's going to look for the move here potentially. Verify getting into P8 ahead of Rayhan. Can Aiden go the long way round here into P5? No, he's got to hold back. Maybe a switchback's on here for Aiden. He can't get the move done though. Has to stay behind for another day. Quite frustrating there for the Red Bull driver, I assume, as Rayhan and Verify having another battle in P8 and P9. Lap 24 though, 2 seconds clear, is Troy ahead of Josh. He's used all of his ERS on this lap, but now it's really about who will get that runners-up place. And as it stands, Victor will lose quite a lot of positions to cars behind. So Josh having a massive moment, I think, there. Troy with a 105.8. That's quicker than some people's quali laps on the mediums. Wow, that proves how quick he is around a racetrack, is Troy. He could prove to be one of the GOATs, if not the GOAT of Formula V. Yes, I said it. On a racetrack, it's probably been other than Kieran's Season 2 domination, this could be one of the most dominating seasons we've ever seen in Formula V if he wins the remaining 3 races. Obviously, he's at the moment he's winning from last on the grid, but 2.3 seconds is the gap. Sorry, from 2.3 from Troy to Josh. But wow, what a...
Already pulled that out.
Yeah, I don't know how he's done it in like a lap. That's just insane in my opinion. Pink Eye's got 90% ERS still. He's just hanging in there and waiting for that podium place to arise. Obviously one more warning for Pink Eye and he's got a penalty. Josh obviously has not got a single warning. DRS has been enabled, so again you can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. It's good for people like Victor, not so good for people like Pink Eye, because you know obviously DRS trains, they're quite hard to get in and out of. However, Victor is going to look for the move here on Josh. Josh with 40% ERS, Victor with hardly anything. He gets past Josh, does Victor, and he is up. And Pink Eye having a little bit of a moment, also trying to follow potentially Victor through on Josh. Can Josh get the move done here on Victor? He's looking, gaining. No, he can't get the move done. Pink Eye's going to break extremely late to stay with these guys. Oliveira and Aiden all trying to stay with them as well. Fraser Fishy is getting gapped a little bit, but the man who's being gapped is Troy to Victor. 3.5 is the gap from Troy to Victor, just showing the pace that he has. He should be in an elite division. That's what he should be in. You know, he is an esports driver for a reason. I think that man's even a development driver for CPI. That just shows how good CPI is of an esports team, if they've got people like Troy being a development driver. It's either Troy's really good or the rest of the Division 1's really bad. That's what it is. But I'm going to say that Troy's really good because I don't want to get slated too hard by the drivers. But anyways, oh, Pink Eye goes into the back of Josh, and that is contact, and that's Josh that's gone round. So Pink Eye may have a penalty coming his way, but I'm not sure whose fault that is, to be honest, as Josh is now up into last.
Up into last, that makes sense.
And Phil is not happy. Phil is not happy. His team are P8 and P9. But it's now Pink Eye, who is very close here to Josh. Sorry, not Josh, Victor.
Why has that him go? Is that him go?
Yeah, I'm assuming he has. He's the faster driver. Is Josh than Rayhan? Sorry, that is just common knowledge. Sorry, Rayhan, but I'm not saying you're not fast. But Josh is faster, considering he is very much at the front all the time. But anyways, 3/10 is the gap between Victor and Pink Eye. I think Pink Eye just brakes a lot later than those behind him. Sorry, ahead of him even. So yeah, as Pink Eye now, this could potentially be a Haas 1-2 with Pink Eye and Troy. So Pink Eye going through the first corner. Obviously he's about to gap Oliveira with a second. Yep, he has. So Aiden's now going to look for a move on Oliveira as well. Victor and Pink Eye are side by side. Pink Eye's got through. It is currently a Haas 1-2. But how long will that be for as well? Wow, what a... The Haas must have something in his eye. That's a good pun, Phil. As Victor is looking for the move on Pink Eye, he's let him go. So now it's about Victor getting out of 3 seconds of the cars behind. Obviously, you know, Aiden is a full-time Red Bull driver. Victor is not a full-time Red Bull driver. Will there be some team games played? Who knows? But Oliveira, the man in 4th position, seems to be very much Mr. Consistent at the minute, as Verify has been overtaken by Josh. Obviously, 2 great friends and teammates in other leagues as well. Obviously, have good connections as well. Rayhan almost spins off there going through turn 8. But we'll see, as Oliveira still outside of a second here of Victor. So he's got to just wait a little bit longer to get within DRS. Aiden's within DRS of Oliveira, but can't seem to get close at the minute. Victor, 4/10 behind Pink Eye. Can he go for a move? No, he can't. So obviously Troy 5.4 ahead. He started last and he's just in pure domination at the minute. This is why he is the current Formula V champion, and if he's not the Formula V champion, he's 100% confirmed now, because he's outscored Giacomo and Grack by quite some margin. I believe the man who's next involved is Verify, but you know, Verify isn't scoring great points at the minute. So at the moment, it's looking like Victor will drop to P5, which means Oliveira is looking set for a podium currently. That's how it's looking, unless, of course, they get anyone gets a penalty. Then, you know, anything's on currently. We will see. Obviously, Fraser Fishy 2.7 behind. So, yeah, definitely Victor will drop down to P5. Unless, of course, he gets another penalty. But it's Pink Eye who gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. So currently, it's looking like Oliveira and Aiden will get a podium. So that will be massive for Oliveira and for Aiden. Obviously, Aiden's come up from Division 3 into Division 1, promoted from Red Bull, originally from a reserve.
Div 3.
Yeah, Div 3 to Div 1, and maybe even a podium. As Verify and Josh, they're going side by side here. Obviously, the Alfa Romeo and Alpine getting a bit close for comfort there. Very much touching each other. Touching bumpers, should I say. Not touching each other, and they have touched each other there.
Sounds very wrong.
Yeah, it does sound very wrong, but however, it's the correct terminology I have to use, as it's getting very, very frisky at the minute. Sorry, I'm laughing at my own jokes. But Josh is going for the mover on Verify. They kept it side by side for an entire sector. Wow, that's such good racing from these two. Obviously, these guys know how to keep it clean. They're going side by side through turn 9. They've gone side by side for an entire half a lap without touching each other, and contact was imminent. And it's the Alpine that's gone round, and it's Verify who's gone round. He probably will go for a fastest lap attempt now. Oh, but it was so good racing. Such good racing. That Haas 1-2 Jaffa might not last for too long, because Pink Eye actually near enough spun round Josh, so he might report him at the end of the race, not sure. But we'll see. As Victor now going to look for a move on Pink Eye. This is for on track, by the way, because Pink Eye and Victor will potentially be going against each other, because obviously they have the same amount of penalties. Pink Eye got the better exit, but Victor has managed to keep the position. He's up into P2. Oliveira, at the minute, is looking at a net P2. Aiden looking at a net P3. And it'll be Victor, then Pink Eye. So It might even be a McLaren on the podium of Oliveira. This will be an amazing result for him, and a Red Bull on the podium of Aiden as well. So they've just got to keep it clean for these last few laps, and it should be all good for them. As Pink Eye as well, going to look to use some of that ERS. Aiden is really trying to stay with Oliveira at this point to keep within that 3-second gap. But we'll see what happens as Pink Eye is now going to use DRS here to try get past Victor. Obviously with a few laps to go, 6.4 seconds is the gap to Troy. My goodness, that man is in a different league to everyone else at the minute. You know, Formula V's our league. He's just in Troy's league. That's what he's in at the minute. 1.1 seconds. Oliveira's been gapped by the two in front. Obviously he wants to stay in front for as long as he can. You know, he wants to stay within that 3-second gap. Does Oliveira. As Aiden as well was looking to get.
One,
Sorry, keep going. No, you keep going.
If Division 1 is the highest performing league in FB, he's in Division 0.
Yeah, we should we should actually just make an esports division. Like we generally just make an esports division. That's probably an idea I can make with the admins, to be honest. But anyways, 3 tenths is the gap here between Victor and Pink Eye. Obviously Oliveira is slowly losing time on their mediums.
Closer.
Yeah, Aiden is getting very close here. Maybe a bit too close for comfort for Oliveira's eyes. Could Aiden maybe even go for a move on Oliveira? Who knows? We will see, as obviously if any of these guys get a warning for a penalty, that is their race over near enough. You know, Ace, can you check warnings please on Oliveira and Aiden, please?
Yep.
Because I'm streaming. Thank you. Warnings on Oliveira and Aiden?
I've counted 1 so far, so I'm gonna have to read the last 2 for Oliveira.
2 for 1 Oliveira, yep.
Yep.
You know you can just go on to like Race Director, then click their names.
Yeah, I know it doesn't want to go through because I'm seeing there's more names as well.
Alright, fine. As with 3 laps to go here. How many?
Only 1 for Aiden.
Oh, only 1 warning for Aiden. So Oliveira is under a lot more pressure than Aiden. Obviously, to try to keep it clean. He's lost half of his advantage already as Oliveira. But Aiden as well has not really got anything to lose because he's obviously got that other warning to fall back on. So he can really maybe even send it on the last lap to maybe get past Oliveira. But Oliveira's really keeping it conservative at the minute, just trying to stay within that 3-second gap. Obviously, Pink Eye's got a lot of ERS to work with currently, 50% compared to Victor's mere 10. Brakes extremely late there compared to Victor. We'll have a look at the tyre ages, see if maybe there's any 13-lap-old mediums, 20-lap-old hards for Aiden. Probably why he's struggling to get past Oliveira a little bit. But obviously, he is looking extremely quick in a minute. We will see. As yeah, this is, you know, I'm kind of just out of my I'm out of my seat a little bit. I'm kind of getting a little bit excited at the minute with lap 35 and 36, 2 laps to go of this race. We have 2 people with 3-second penalties here. So, Pink Eye can potentially go for the move here and just try and accelerate for the last lap to get himself into P4, currently on track. That's probably what he has to do. He has to get past Victor on this lap if he wants any chance of going to P4. Is he going to brake late? Yes, he is. He's going to brake extremely late. Keep it on the inside there of Victor. He's done it. Pink Eye's up into P2. On track, he's up into P2. And Victor has to concede the position. So now, Pink Eye has got to drive for his life. If he wants to get that Haas 1-2, he's got to do an amazing lap here to get out of that 1.1 second here. Victor's obviously got to be dragging on here for dear life because obviously Oliveira is right behind as well with Aiden, obviously on them old mediums and old hards. Should I say, Pink Eye has a massive slip up though. A massive old slip up. That could have given him potentially a warning, but that might just extend his gap. Decrease his gap, should I say. Victor gets another penalty. So Victor's hopes have been diminished, which means that it is, if he finishes where he finishes, it is a guaranteed P5 for Victor, which means that Oliveira is guaranteed a podium, basically. unless Aiden has something to say about it. Unless Aiden goes for a diabolical send, Oliveira goes defensive. Aiden is going to go for the move here. This is the battle for the final podium spot then, people. Who will get on the power earlier? It's going to be Aiden. Aiden has DRS. They're both using ERS. Aiden's done it on the final lap. This goes for the final podium position here, as Aiden has done it, and Pink Eye and Victor, they're also going side by side. But Oliveira and Aiden, they're still going side by side. Aiden has the inside line, but Oliveira's in front in track position. Who's going to break later? It's going to be Aiden, but Oliveira's still got the outside line. Is there going to be contact? No, there isn't. And it's Oliveira who's got the position. He's up into the podium net positions, and Troy is going to come through the final corner. He came from last. He's done it here in Austria. He wins in Austria, and he's definitely your Formula V champion now. You have been crowned. It's going to be a Haas 1-2 on track. Pink Eye, it is going to be Pink Eye, a Haas 1-2, Oliveira P3, Aiden P4, it's going to be Victor who's in P5, Fraser Fishy is going to be in P6, Josh is going to be in P7, it's going to be Rayhan who's in P8, and it's going to be Verify who's in P9, but potentially this could be an Oliveira P2 and an Aiden P3 if that incident with Pink Eye and Josh potentially gets reviewed. Verify's going for a fastest lap. We'll see. Is it going to show? Sorry, that's what I need. That. Will Verify get the fastest lap here for the Haas team? He's doing a quali lap here. Is Verify? What's it going to be? No fastest lap for Verify. So Troy gets the fastest lap. He gets the 26 points.
Realised I was muted.
Yeah. So, no matter what, Troy is now the champion.
Yep.
No matter what conspiracies there were, Troy is now the champion. He is above 80 points clear of his rival Jacobo, who is second in the championship.
Jacobo scored no points today. He stays on E3. Troy A, with his 26 points, put him up to 169.
Is that
6 points ahead? No, sorry, 106 points ahead.
Yeah, 106 points ahead. Wow.
Holy.
Is that also the constructors wrapped up for Haas?
I don't know.
Potentially it might be, but Oliveira from last to third. Troy literally did a Hamilton, and he started P10, or P9 should I say, because of penalties, and he got first, so literally he did a Hamilton in Brazil. FV, make that a TikTok. Troy is your new Hamilton. Aiden P4, Victor P5, Fraser P6, Josh is in P7, Rayhan P8, Verify P9, and then the DNFs of the Monster, David Laguna, Gleaming, Jacobo, Evan, Sarcher, Carlos Hines, and Jetpack are your DNFs of this race. I'll give you 2 seconds on that screen. I'll give you till 5 seconds. There we go. And then we have that as well. I don't know if we're doing interviews, or if the guys want to do interviews. If Troy doesn't want to do an interview, then I don't see the point.
Oh yeah, who is it? Because it's a sprint round. Is it top 3 from
No,
race?
no, it's main race.
Only top 3 or 1?
Well, if Troy doesn't want to do it, then you know. Troy wants to do it, so we'll invite Pink Eye as well. And who was on the podium? Oliveira.
Oliveira, I'll get them.
Yep, sure.
If I can.
That's right.
Troy, Pink Eye, Oliveira. I'll normal.
Cool, nice. Pink Eye's not going to do the interview.
I already invited him anyway, so it's fine.
Well, Pink Eye's not going to do it, but Oliveira said he's going to join in a bit.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be Troy, which is the kind of the person who we only need. Troy, at the minute. Yeah. So let's just go to the showroom quickly. Where the hell's the showroom? Virtual showroom. There we go. And then we'll just wait pretty much on Troy to join. Troy has joined. We will just wait then pretty much if...
Nope, he's not
Oh
joining.
right, so Oliver is not joining. So we're here with the main man. Troy, you've got to talk to me. How do you feel after that race?
Yeah, man. I feel good. To be honest, I thought I had the championship wrapped up already last week, so I didn't.
No,
take too
you
much
didn't.
into this one, but
You didn't.
yeah,
He didn't.
I'm happy.
No, so Ace was actually right.
Yeah, by 6 points you hadn't got it.
So, Troy, I will ask you this now. How does it feel that you are the champion officially of Formula V Division 1?
Yeah, man, it feels nice. Obviously, like the main competition dropped out mid-season, so it's not as nice of a feeling as it maybe could have been. But I mean, a championship is a championship at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
it feels good, man.
Yeah, and you've got to talk to me about that race. You started pretty much last on the grid at your own will. You know, you wanted to. You said that you'd probably breeze through the competition. I said that you'd probably get last to first at the very start of the stream quite easily. And you ended up literally doing a Hamilton. You started P10 after the sprint, and you ended up winning the race. So talk to me. How was that race for you from start to finish?
Yeah, man, it was pretty good. The sprint race wasn't really going my way. I got spun, and then it all just ended up in a big collision, especially with ghosting being off as well. But yeah, the feature race was really good and made some good moves here and there. So I'm really satisfied.
Yeah, Ace, do you have any questions for Troy?
Going into that round, thinking you were champion already, did you think you didn't need to do anything, even if you didn't have to win?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm just here for the vibes, to be honest. I knew we had like the constructors championship to still wrap up, but I felt it would be more interesting to just start from the back, maybe make it a bit interesting.
Well,
but
now
it
you can
ended up pretty
100%
well,
start at the back from your next. I think it's 3 races. No, it's next 2 races. You can probably start from the back.
Next two?
Yeah, next 2 you can start from the back. So that's if you want to, of course. You know, make things interesting again. I gave you a lot of screen time today. Actually, I promised. I promised I would.
You did.
I promised I would, and I gave you. Anyways, if we have no more questions, Troy, that's everything that was needed from you. You may now
I
leave.
have
Enjoy
one
the.
more
Oh
question.
no, he does not. You cannot leave.
Yeah.
There you go. One more
I
question.
have one more question.
Sorry.
On your strategy, you started in the hards. After, who was in the lead? Josh and Victor. After they pit, how are you able to pull away that fast? And then after safety car restart as well. Just how? You pulled that gap
so
so
basically-
quickly.
You mean after the safety car restart, or?
Yeah, like how have you pulled out like a 3-second gap in one lap?
I was just pushing, to be honest. Maybe my pace didn't look that quick before because I was just sitting back. I didn't really want to do anything stupid to compromise the race. But as soon as I was first, and you know, every time you get that safety car mid-race and I'm on the freshest tires, I feel like it's just a free fastest lap if I just push anyway. So I just used it all up almost and tried to get that 1 second gap, which ended up being like a 3-second gap, but still.
Mad. I don't understand. That's all I have though.
Yeah, right,
I'm
so,
gonna come
sorry.
off.
Yeah, no worries. That's all that's needed. Congratulations on not only the win, but the championship as well. You may now leave the party if you'd like to. But anyways, that's going to be it here from myself and Ace here on the, you know, the hills of Spielberg. We had 42 laps here today around the, 48 laps around the lovely circuit of Spielberg. It was an absolute joy to commentate over. A lot of action-packed thrills and more. Unfortunately, it wasn't the best comms, I say, from myself. But yet again, it was a privilege once again to commentate. Ace, do you have anything to say to the stream before I quickly say goodbye?
Other than the fact that I think all we can say is GOAT of Div 1 is now Troy.
Yeah, I'd say that. Troy has just shown his pure dominance. You know, up there in the GOAT debate now. He's won the championship. He's joined some of the legends. He's joined Jacobo, Kieran and Rick as a list of Formula V champions. But anyways, that's going to be it here from us here in Austria. I hope you guys have enjoyed, yet again, some more Formula V action. And we'll be back next week with Brazil. Hopefully it should be me. That's if I'm available, of course. But anyways, I'll see you guys in a bit. Thank you all, and good night.